Oh, boy.
Hey,
What's up,
everyone.
everybody?
Backstage shenanigans.
Yep.
You kept falling for it.
What? Huh?
My brain is jello right now.
Apparently.
Oh, man, it is jello right now. What's up, everybody? So it's been a minute since I've been on. Been busy as all get out. But I have a Thursday night off, and we're talking fantasy football league for the comic book community.
We don't need to talk
Southpaw
about any of
Brad.
it, actually.
Huh?
We don't need to talk about any of it.
Yeah.
Let's just talk football.
I was about to say, we got Southpaw Brad.
Yeah,
We got the Comic Viking.
There's nothing going on for my team at all.
We got
maybe not
Yeah,
this.
Phil,
Well,
who
it was
can
actually
actually-
closer this week than I thought.
Yeah, it was.
You know,
we got
when
Phil,
you're
who's actually can be
defense-
proud of his team this year.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Good reason.
Hey, you know what? You know what's crazy, Brad? I picked up A.J. Dillon and played him, not even knowing that Aaron Jones wasn't playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't have a running back. Both of them were on bye.
Well, he was like, it's either this league or another league. I got him, and he just wasn't doing anything with the opportunity. So I was like, heck with that, man. I'm not gonna keep a roster spot for him, and he finally popped off, but I don't know.
Tylox Terrors scores high yet again.
Twice in a row. It's nice when everybody's healthy for once.
Bro, your team is dominating. Like the last 2 weeks, like you're 2-3, but the last 2 weeks you went crazy.
Like DJ Moore lost his mind last week. We'll get to that. Let's see.
He won't see you.
So let's see.
Huh? Seth 11.
I even turn it this way.
What's it doing? Okay, there it goes. So yeah, this is the recap for last week. It was me versus 22. I got 157. He got 114. So that makes us both 2-3 because I lost 3 games in a row to start out the season. Brian went up against Roscoe. Threat Level Midnight. That is actually a great name for it.
It's a great name. The name does not match the record.
Does not match the record. 1-4. And then Brian's 3-2. Trev, the shipping guru, is 3-2. He got beat by who is Burrow? Is that
Bearded Comic Bro?
Yeah, Bearded. Okay, so
that is that's the 2 lowest. Oh no, I'm sorry. The lowest score was Threat Level Midnight scored 89, but 2 of the lowest 3 scores in the entire league this week, and I'm not included in that. I like that.
Yeah. Well, you scared me a little bit.
And then we got Chris the Comic Vet last week, went up against a couple Puffs Buffs. Who is that?
That is Nick the Comic Nerd.
Okay, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And Nick's won out on that one, so he's 2-3. Comic Vet is 1-4. Wow.
Go away.
Let's see. All right. And then let's see what else we got. We got Chicago Blitz, which is
Schultze.
That's right, Schultze. I played him last week. And then Hippopotamus, which I don't know who that is.
Zach.
Okay. Wow. That's great. Zach went off 164 points. That's the most he scored last week, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. 164. That makes him 3-2. Schultze is 4-1. There's a lot of 4-1s. Comics is 1-4. He scored. He went up against Durs.
Somebody needs to knock Durs off. Seriously, guys.
Well, wait till when the bye weeks start hitting. It'll happen.
That's true.
He just got lucky that half my roster that was when my starting guys were hurt the first week, or else he'd at least have 1 loss. And then Chris the Comic Vet. I mean, not Chris the Comic Vet. Comic Viking.
That's me.
Who was present here, went up against Southpaw Brad in a losing venture. He's 0-5, and Brad's 4-1.
So you know, there's always a first. There's always a first for something. So if I lose the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to be praying. I'm not going to set up my lineup to do this, but I'm just going to be praying to go over. That's what I'm going to do.
What's up, Seth?
Yeah, I don't know that gets you anything. I mean,
this would be the number one pick.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, see, and that's something I'm trying to figure out. I need to actually look that up.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's reverse.
Yeah.
So whoever wins will get the 14th pick, and then you move on down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Now, aren't you, since we're doing a keeper league, are you docked by like those picks have to replace?
Those picks are picked at the end.
I was about to say, I was wondering that myself because I was like, okay, because I was sitting there thinking like, okay, where am I weak at? What do I need to, start doing next year for like the draft? And I was like, wait, it's a keeper league. So how does the draft work? If we don't like it, so if like nobody retires, or can you drop players, or can you?
So you get to keep 3 people, and they can't be. None of them can be the same position. Like you can't keep 2 wideouts or 2 running backs.
Okay.
All right. And it's going in reverse order of how we finish. So if I finish last, which it's looking like it's almost a certainty because my team just can't win, and because last week, everybody, just in case everybody knew, last week was the first game after I made that colossal trade with Durs. And Christian McCaffrey scored, 40-some points?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still would have lost by 50 to Tylocks if I had Christian McCaffrey in the lineup. I still would have lost by 50 points. That's ridiculous. So,
and I got really lucky picking Brock Purdy. He was going to be my backup, and I thought he was going to be decent, but holy crap! Like
that offensive line is on another level this year,
dude. It is insane, and he is like he's doing really well. It's amazing, like how second string. Sometimes the second string needs to be the first string. I just don't know.
He was like the 5th string.
Yeah, Mr. Irrelevant to being the number 5 fantasy quarterback.
I mean, when all you got to do is dump off. I mean, and you got guys that create separation. It's yeah.
All I can say is, go Niners.
Yeah,
averaging just under 20 points a game.
All right, so let's look at this week's matchups. We got me versus Chris the Comic Vet. So, I mean, you can see projections, but we've already learned, if you don't know already, projections sometimes do not
projections are nothing.
Yeah, they mean nothing. We got Brian LCS versus Will Cup of Comics. We got Trev, the shipping guru, versus the Comic Viking. So everybody cross their fingers for Alan.
Thank you.
Chicago Blitz versus Kurt.
That'll be a pretty big matchup there.
What?
Yeah,
the number 1
against
overall,
5-0. That's number 1 and number 2.
Number 3.
Yep.
Yeah, he's 3rd.
Oh, he's 3rd?
Yeah, he's 3rd.
Oh, okay.
He's behind. He's right behind Brad.
I forgot Brad was 4-1.
Where is Brad? Yeah, Brad's 4-1, but he's 2nd. And they're tied. Is basically what's going on.
Well, it goes like points. So,
yeah,
that's the tiebreaker. I think is points.
I think so.
I think it goes by points. And then Bearded Comic Bro is going against Roscoe, so the 2 beards are clashing. Zach Collections and Nick the Comic Nerd going against each other. 22 is going against Brad. So
I would say everybody's really lucky that my quarterback is now on IR.
Who's your quarterback?
Anthony Richardson.
Oh.
He's about to get a lot of rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
He just fell on his shoulder. A guy landed on top of him. It's one of those bad deals,
It's a shame they have. Well, with the running backs they have, it's a shame they have to use them for that.
Well, they don't have to use him for that. He just improvises, and it's an extra level.
if they had a number one receiver, they maybe he could throw to them instead.
No, I'd like him to run them in. That's what I want. I want him to run them in.
So I'm reading between the lines. That's a keeper for next year.
Oh yes, it is.
Yeah.
So
the trade was made, and beyond that, I got two of his first 4 picks.
Yeah. So you're basically picking draft players in those slots.
I will have 6 picks in the first 4 rounds, plus my 3 keepers. My starting roster will be done by the end of round 4.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because by the time people keep everybody they're going to keep, there is no Christian McCaffrey sitting at the top.
I don't know about that. There might be. Oh, Breyer, what the hell?
Or Jefferson. Jefferson's not going to be sitting around there.
Jefferson shouldn't be sitting out there.
Chase.
But, you know, I've seen people do some dumb stuff, man.
I was about to say, I think I know who my top 3. One thing that needs to happen that's going to determine my top 3 is if Travis Kelce is still dating, what's her name? I swear to God, like he starts dating Taylor Swift and he gets hurt every friggin' week. She needs to let the boy rest.
Start doing all those commercials like Baker Mayfield was.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I know, right? Him and Mahomes. Maybe that's why Kansas City needs the NFL to pay the refs for them to win. That's 2. That's 2 inside of 3 weeks. The Jets and now the Vikings.
That's a good point. Let's talk about that for a second. Is there any way that you could say as a ref that you wouldn't have seen any one of those 3 penalties?
Well, they saw him take off his helmet because they told him to put it back on.
Yeah.
And in the NFL rulebook, it doesn't say, oh, you get a 15-yard penalty if you don't listen to the ref. No, it's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, if you don't believe that, ask DJ Moore, because that's what happened to DJ Moore last year.
It happened to TJ Watt at the end of the Steelers-Ravens game.
TJ did that?
Yeah, after he got that sack.
That's unusual.
So, yeah. Go.
I mean, it really shocked a whole lot of people. Like, there were people at work who was like, "Do you really think it could be?" I mean, I think it could. I think anything's possible at this point in the world.
The 15-yard penalty is what killed me, and I know that would have been a dead ball foul, and Kansas City still would have got the ball. But you're talking halfway to they're inside the 15 at that point. All play calling is different.
Yep.
The feel of the game is different. Everything's different.
Yep.
And yeah, that was crap.
It really was. I do think it's funny that it's just like I seen an interview where they're asking Tom Brady about, like, do you think the physicality of the NFL is they're trying to take all that out, and, like, you know, like is it still going to be, like, you know, fun to watch? And he was like, no, you need that. And I was like, Tom, if anybody touched you, it was an automatic suspension for the next week. Like, how can you say?
It wasn't a suspension.
Physical, but don't tackle me.
Nah, he just knew how to make it look worse than it actually was.
Yeah, I think so too.
He was the golden boy.
Yeah, he was the flop king in the NFL.
You call it the flop king, dude still has freaking 7 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
You can call him whatever you want. What you can't call him is a loser.
That's true. I honestly think that had to do with the pairing at this point. Because, I mean, if you look at the way Belichick's doing now versus the way it was with Brady and on the team, and then, you know, Brady won one by himself, like, you know, well, not by himself, but with Tampa Bay. And then the next year, it was just all downhill. I really think it was the pairing of the two. That's what. Well,
the pairing of the two, and they also got people on the team that were into the team concept. Yeah, and I mean, it was just that way.
Hey, Ty Locks, I'm going to share something. Let me share my screen I'm going to share my screen for a second.
Hold on 1 second. Let me go ahead.
Let's see. I just wanted to let everybody take a look at, so you can see the
There you go. I was about to say, I was trying to do that, and it wouldn't let me do that on mine. I don't know why.
Well, it's a little bit easier on ESPN, and this is my other league, but I just kind of wanted to look at, take a look at the top, like through through 5 weeks, the top players at their respective positions. So you got player rank here. So Josh Allen's number 1, Jalen Hurts is number 2. Justin Fields, after that slow start, he's sitting at number 3.
Well, he had those 2 monster games.
Yeah. And Kirk Cousins 4, Brock Purdy's number 5, Mahomes is 6. Interesting.
That's not interesting. That's facts.
Tua at 7, and then Russell Wilson sitting. Russell Wilson's a top 10 quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes is only 2 spots ahead of Russell Wilson. Think that over.
I was about to say that is.
Think that over.
It's not. I don't know if it is shocking or not. Like, I mean,
it's not shocking.
It is kind of shocking.
It's not shocking. It's just true facts that Mahomes is not as good as everybody thinks.
I was about to say
Jared Goff just outside the top 10 here, and Jordan Love and C.J. Stroud at 12 and 13. C.J. Stroud has actually looked really good.
He has. Yeah. I figured he was going to be the strongest quarterback right from day one, but I thought Anthony Richardson had the most upside, but I didn't know how he would gel.
It's
all that Christian McCaffrey up top.
Yeah, by a significant amount. Christian McCaffrey at number 1, Raheem Mostert at number 2. So in this league, I have Mostert and Kyron Williams, who's at number 5. Devon Achane, unfortunate injury.
That stinks for that guy. He's a rookie, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that stinks.
Played at Texas A&M. And the Panthers, they're playing the Panthers this week, and they're 31st against running backs.
Mostert should do well.
Mostert should do well.
Travis Montgomery's doing as good as he is. Like, I mean, when I picked Montgomery, it was because he was, high up on the top of the running back tree when I picked him. But at the same time, I still didn't think he was going to be this good. Like, I mean, because he played for Chicago and he wasn't that great. But at the same time,
no, actually, he was until Cohen showed up.
Oh, that's true.
And then the other running back showed up. I mean, it was just like a running back factory in Chicago. Not enough balls to go around.
Yeah,
it always been
drafting running backs instead of wide receiver when they should have been drafting wide receivers, I think,
or offensive linemen.
Or offensive linemen.
Interesting that Zach Moss is, he couldn't get it going consistently in Buffalo, but has done pretty well in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
he is, but his carries are going to get. They're going to start dwindling.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not going to stand by and let Zach Moss consistently carry the ball, even though he's producing, and you got all that money sitting on the bench.
Yeah, you just paid him. Bijan Robinson up there, as Tyler said. David Montgomery, DeAndre Swift at number 9, Josh Jacobs quietly sitting at number 10. And then Pollard, Kenneth Walker, Pacheco, just outside the top 10.
What's up, Kenneth?
Hey, Kenneth.
What's going on?
What's up, brother Joe? I don't know if I shouted you out, but I think I did, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, wide receiver, we've got Tyreek Hill at number 1, Stephon Diggs, and Puka Nacua at number 3. How about that? DJ Moore with a couple of monster games, including a 49-pointer. Let's see. We'll take a quick look to see what.
I saw something earlier today that I need to look up because I apparently missed something.
Yeah, so actually his first week was his only week without a double-digit performance. So he's 16, 13, 27, and then 49. So using that logic, he should have 62 points this week.
No, that's not going to happen.
But they needed a guy to step up. Jamar Chase at number 5. Justin Jefferson was at 6. And, of course, he is headed to IR, so he'll miss the next 4 games.
Oh,
Keenan Allen. Go ahead.
I said, oh, darn.
Yeah. Keenan Allen has missed some time, but he was averaging 25.7 points per game. So
he has gone crazy this year.
Right. Yeah. A.J. Brown and Devontae Adams, Adam Thielen in the top 10.
That's a surprise to me.
Bit of a surprise, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And just so everybody knows,
Where's Devontae? He's right below Adam Thielen. That is surprising.
Just so everybody knows, Tyreek Hill is the best receiver in the NFL, hands down, no questions asked. Justin Jefferson is not the best wide receiver in the NFL.
No, I'm
saying he's not even close.
I was about to say Tyreek's way faster than him, isn't he?
He's faster. He's got better hands, and he can run more routes.
Yeah.
He doesn't rely on just his speed. He can do other stuff. It's just his speed helps once he has the ball.
And having, it certainly helps having some more weapons too.
Yeah.
It's like if, Waddle's there to pick up the slack. I would say Miami's number 2 and number 3 receiver is better than Minnesota's number 2 and number 3 receiver.
I don't know about that. KJ Osborne's really good.
I don't think he's Jalen Waddle good though.
He's not that far behind him. He's behind him, but not that far.
He's solid. How about this shot? I had the tight end position. Sam Laporta.
Brad must be ecstatic how good the Dolphins are doing.
Yeah, just gotta get better than 4 touchdown. I don't think the Bills are 4 touchdowns better than the Dolphins, but
they're not. It was a fluke game.
It was a bad game. It was a bad game. They outperformed the Dolphins in every phase. Every phase.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Well, yeah, excellent game plan, and you have an excellent game plan, and Josh Allen makes 0 mistakes. I think he had a perfect passer rating that game.
They got up for the game. Just know that when they play again, it'll be in Miami, and it's not going to be cold. I can tell you that.
Yep.
Yeah. So, shockingly, at the tight end position, Sam Laporta sits at the top of the list here. That was, I think, in our league. I think Brian LCS has him on his roster.
Yes.
Travis Kelce, T.J. Hawkinson, Cole Kmet is number 4.
Yeah,
he had that one monster game, but he did have a little over 15 points last week.
That's because now Justin Jefferson's getting a better feel, and he's starting to distribute. It's not just DJ Moore catching the ball. I mean, he was the one catching the ball in Washington against Washington because he was the one that was open.
Yeah. As I was watching it, as I kept looking at it while I was at work, I was like, what is going on here? I'm glad he's doing good, but there's got to be a catch to this. Something is going on here because I didn't think he was that good.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be solid. He's what, 5th season in? Something like that?
Yeah. Well, no, we knew he was good. I mean, they basically got him and a number 1 pick. So for the first overall.
Right. Yeah.
And they took Bryce Young instead of CJ Stroud. Morons.
Yeah. So interesting list there. We'll take a look at defense too. Cowboys still sitting at the top, even though they had -3 last week.
It's because they had monster games, and they'll bounce back.
Yeah, Bills are up there. How about those Saints though? They had that
quarterback.
I told you. I told everybody you can go rewatch the draft. I told you when I picked them. Sleeper defense of the year.
I remember that.
Who is their cornerback? Who is that guy?
Is he a rookie?
No.
Yeah.
They got the one guy from Ohio State.
He's been there.
I don't know who it is, but all the plays I've watched of this guy basically either intercepting or like disrupting. I was like, dude, this guy's incredible, and he's a rookie.
Yeah, so yeah, good call. I was trust me, Alan, I was remembering that on Sunday when it was way tighter than I was. Our matchup was way tighter than I was hoping.
Yeah,
I remembered you saying that.
So the corners that Saints have are Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
And we have Paulson Adebo, and he was a pick in the 2021 draft, so he's been in the league 2 years. This is his third season. But Marshawn Lattimore's their big guy. He is a playmaker. And don't forget, they also added Tyrone, the Honey Badger. They added I can't say his last name. They added the Honey Badger to safety.
Yeah. And he had a pick 6 last week.
Yep.
Oh, was that like so that the clip that I saw, that wasn't one guy. That was like their whole backfield doing all that. That is ridiculous. That is scary.
Yeah.
Like how?
Yeah.
And on top of that, they have the easiest schedule in the NFL.
They do. They do really have an easy schedule.
So I picked them. You know what's really scary? In my one league, I have Dallas defense and the New Orleans Saints defense.
Wow.
And I benched Dallas this past week and started New Orleans.
Actually, I had Denver's, and I don't remember why I thought they were going to be that good.
Because they were decent last year?
They were decent last year. And so I picked them, and then I ended up dropping them, and I picked up the Lions. And the Lions are actually doing pretty good on defense. I mean, that team is – it's going to be an interesting season.
Yes, it is. Absolutely is. So at kicker, just to round it out, Jake Elliott's number 1. Brandon Aubrey for Dallas is number 2. That's who I have in our league.
It's frozen. I don't see kickers.
Kaimi Fairbairn.
Fairbairn. Yeah, he's for Texans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Houston. He's 3rd. And Nick Folk of Patriots fame, who's in Tennessee now, is sitting at 4th. And Brett Mayer from the Rams is 5th.
Where's Tucker at?
Tucker is not – that's not right, is it? He's not even on the screen.
It is.
He is 29th.
Yeah. So my buddy messaged me. He's like, dude, I have to drop Tucker. He's not doing anything for me. And why should I not drop him? I was like, because he's the best kicker walking this planet.
Yeah.
All right. That's straight out. There's nobody going to beat him ever. He is the man. He's it. You see kicker in the dictionary, picture of Tucker. But I mean, he's not doing anything this year. They are screwing up because they're trying to go with these analytics and all this other crap. They need to just straight up take the points when they're there. You take the points, because if they would have taken the points when they were there, they would have won that game against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I've always been the kind of person who's like, take it while it's there. If we could go for it, just kick it. Just look, you get 2 kicks, that's 6 points right there. That's almost a touchdown. And then if you get a couple touchdowns on top of that, then where are you sitting? Like always.
And at the end of the game, if it's going to be between a 50 and 60-yard field goal to win the game or tie it or anything, he's going to send Tucker out there. He has that much faith in him.
So I was going over the list, missed the chat, but so Captain Joe King, loving the stream, already a sub. I have the chance to trade DJ Moore for Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared to do it because of
Don't do that.
I wouldn't trade Devontae for. I mean, I wouldn't trade DJ for Devontae, but
the problem is, here's the thing: you don't know where they say Las Vegas says they're not going to trade Devontae Adams, but I think they're going to end up trading him. because he's unhappy. He does not like what they did to Derek Carr. That
Nope.
was the main reason why he went to Las Vegas.
Yep.
So, and DJ Moore is the number one in Chicago. He's the number one. Devontae Adams is slowly becoming number two behind Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers and Jimmy G are developing a chemistry, and I mean, it's hard to start Devontae. Honestly, if you trade that, man, don't do that. Don't do that. Because DJ Moore's going to get at least 8 to 10 targets a game, if not more.
Yeah.
Don't.
If they were to trade Devontae Adams,
depending on where he went.
Yeah.
Depending on where he went.
It would have
no idea where he's going to go.
Contender. I mean, don't you think?
I was about to say, if you got a guy who is going to get the most targets, then go with that guy.
Yeah. But Devontae Adams in fantasy world is relying on name only right now.
Yep.
He's not as big as flop as DeAndre Hopkins, but it's getting close.
Now, if they did trade him and he went to New Orleans, then that's different.
Oh.
That would be they would be loaded.
That's a big but. I mean, I think New Orleans.
Yeah, but New Orleans has the capital to do it. They didn't break the bank paying Carr.
Nope. Carr just wanted a chance to show everybody that he's not as bad as people think he was, and basically the team just quit on him. Like the management, the GM, the up front quit on him.
The upper management's always been horrible since Al Davis died. It's been horrible, and it will continue as long as Mark Davis is running the team. It's going to be trash.
The team is going to look a lot like his haircut.
Yep.
And I think it's fake.
I think it is too. I think that's totally a rug. It's totally a wig. Can't be his real hair.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, DJ Moore is currently fourth, and Devontae Adams. But there's about 11 points difference through the first 5 games, and like Alan said, he's not happy. So obviously that's a problem.
If you want to take that gamble that they might trade Devontae to New Orleans, then, but I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't take the chance.
That's a 1 out of 32 chance. I wouldn't do it. And I don't gamble that much, and I still wouldn't do it. I know those are horrible odds.
No, because you might end up with him being traded to New England.
Yeah. Which New England is falling apart fast.
Did you think anything else was going to happen?
I mean, everybody's always like, Belichick.
Well, it's tough to roll. I mean, they had a heck of a run, but it's tough to keep rolling like that.
You can't keep rolling like that.
I mean, you got to think in the 90s, the Cowboys won 3 championships out of, the decade. But there was a lot of teams that were, 2 here, 3 there, 3 here. They were doing that kind of stuff. Like now it seems to be a big crapshoot. It seems like every year there's going to be different teams.
When you win, you have the toughest schedule. I mean, it's meant to level out the league.
Yeah.
So they don't want dynasties.
No, they don't. They want everybody to go 9-8. That's what they want everybody to do.
Yeah,
which is statistically impossible, but that's what they want.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll stop sharing now. That's I just thought that was interesting. Take a look at those the leaders through the first several weeks.
So has anybody not seen the pics of David Njoku?
What?
The picks for David Njoku, the tight end for the Browns.
What about him?
He had a household incident involving a fire pit and has 2nd and 4th degree burns all over his face.
Damn it.
Look at his Instagram. It is I mean, he's smiling, but you can know he's hurting. But he's wearing one of the burn masks when he's like walking around and stuff like that. Which, as soon as I seen it, the first thing I was like, dude, you could easily get that done to where it looks like a Predator mask or a Punisher mask or something like that. But
so this is my year. I actually just picked him up to start him this week.
Did you really? I think he's still. I don't know if he's.
Burns. If he sneezes, he's got skin peeling off of his face.
It's like go to Instagram.
He's on the bench.
His face.
Hopefully, Zach Ertz will catch a touchdown to survive the week.
Let's see here. Let's see if I can pull it up. I just looked it up, and it says, let's see.
When did this happen?
It happened. Let's see. NFL player David Njoku shares first images of severe facial burns after fire pit incident. Reportedly, while lighting a fire pit at his home, the tight end seared his arm and face September 29th. He returned to the field 2 days later, albeit wearing an intimidating mask. Now he's sharing a look. Now he's sharing a look at his face. It says legacy. He captioned it "Legacy." The 27-year-old captioned an Instagram carousel Wednesday, and it's
that was the 29th, man. He's good. He's playing the game.
He said, let's see.
He's fine. He'll be.
I think he might even play.
He poured gasoline on it.
Yeah, he poured gasoline on it and it exploded. And I've seen that happen firsthand in real life because that happened to a neighbor at my grandparents' house when I was a kid. And my grandpa had to run over there and use the guy's hose to like put him out. Like it was bad. But it was the same thing. Use gasoline to start a fire. Poof. Just
If you use gasoline, do not pour it on. Don't pour it on the fire. You pour it on there, and you use like a match or a cigarette, something that you can throw that doesn't leave a trail. Back to you.
Let's see. He already played against the Ravens with the burns and did it anyway.
Yeah.
Made 6 catches for 46 yards with the what's it called balaclava over his face. So I mean, he's starting. He's playing. That is the toughest thing I've ever seen in my oh my god, it's like Kurt Angle winning a gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
Things you don't see a whole lot. That's all.
What's up, Sheena? Long time no see.
Yeah, we said hi. Good to see old Sheena. She got her thing going.
Sheena, I almost called you wifey, so feel privileged. that doesn't happen to anyone. So
we know.
So big week this week. Y'all about ready to roll? Let's go watch some football.
Yep, I'm about to go watch the game as we speak.
Go Broncos.
Well, I do have Cortland starting, so yeah, Broncos country. Let's ride.
That was a bad idea.
It's either him or Lockett.
Oh, we got a trade coming in.
Yeah, we got a trade question here from Josh.
Would you trade Carr,
Jonnu Smith
Downs for Amon-Ra?
Downs, that new guy?
It depends. Who's your other quarterback, Josh? That would be.
Yeah, who's your other quarterback and who's your other tight end?
Yeah.
I mean, points wise, the upside I think is.
Well, Amon-Ra's not playing right now, but I mean, once he comes back, we know what's going to happen. So
yep, he's going to be that number one target.
Yeah, so that and Laporta's numbers will start to go down.
Yeah, that's what I would want to see. I wouldn't want to leave you bare at those other positions.
Russell
Wilson can commit. I mean, I would do that.
Yeah, I would do it. Yeah.
No,
I mean, Russell Wilson.
I'm not resting my. It's all, and also, who do you have at wideout?
Downs is his flex.
Russell Wilson is already higher rated than Carr anyway, and Komet is higher rated.
Carr missed the game.
Yeah, but I don't think Carr's never been. that high up.
Yeah, well, Russell Wilson's. Oh, dude, if he wasn't getting paid all that money, he'd be riding Pine right now.
Yeah,
that's true. That is 100% true.
So yeah, who's your wideouts right now?
With well, let's answer his question first, and then I'll ask if anybody's like, I missed the boat on this whole Deshaun Watson. Like, did he quit?
Don't think so. Why?
I was about to say, I heard something about they're having some kind of trouble with quarterback. Like, he doesn't want to play, or he's just like, I'm done, or like something, and they're having to like use an XFL quarterback to possibly start.
is he hurt?
I think I heard it was based on performance. I think they were thinking about benching him anyway.
No, it's a rotator cuff contusion.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that dude's got guaranteed money. They're never benching Deshaun Watson.
I mean, he can say I'm done.
I mean, yeah, he can say he's done and walk away, but
I mean, assuming his contract that doesn't void anything.
That's true.
But,
yeah, I'm starting.
I'd be curious who your other wide receiver is as well, Josh. But I like that trade.
I don't like that trade at all. No. I would need Amon-Ra. I need something else. You're giving up too much just for one guy. I know it's a 20-man league and wideouts are a premium, but no. Come on, man. Don't do that.
I think I would.
I think I would take it too.
And also, what's your record?
There's a lot of factors here.
What's your record, Josh?
There's a lot of I have a lot
with a trade like this. There's a lot of factors.
I mean, y'all saw the trade I made with Brian.
You idiot. You know Daniel Jones ain't playing, right?
I know.
Why did you do the trade?
Was it Brian's birthday or something? Was that?
Yeah, it was.
No. I wanted Tyler Lockett. And what? B, at the same time, I'm putting all my chips down on Purdy. Every week, he vastly outperformed Trevor Lawrence. Every week. For 3 weeks, I started Trevor, and he was outperforming him every week, whether it was by a little or a mile.
You did it to get Tyler Lockett into your starting lineup?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I did need another wide. I did need another wide receiver.
Okay, it makes sense. All right, now that makes sense. All right. Because you don't really care who your backup quarterback is because they're only there for a bye week.
Pretty much.
All right. Unless, you have what happened to me twice this season.
Yeah.
Or for the only time this season when my quarterback took 4 snaps and then tore his Achilles.
You mean the quarterback you got in the 10th round?
10th round. I drafted Aaron Rodgers in the 10th round of a 14-team league. I stole him. And,
I mean, to be 100% honest, like, I'm a Packers fan, and I knew I wasn't going to pick Rodgers. I just had a feeling. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I just had a feeling either he was going to not perform as well as other quarterbacks, or he was going to get hurt.
I think he was set to. I actually had a premonition before our draft that he was only going to play 4 snaps, so I stayed away from it.
Did you really?
Shut up. You guys are both stupid.
No.
Okay? Listen to this. We are less than 2 years removed from that guy winning back-to-back MVPs. Shut up.
Yeah, I thought
I didn't have enough faith in him, man. They gave him all that money and then
all that talent. That's all. That's why he wanted out of Green Bay. That's why he wanted out of there. They wouldn't surround him with any talent.
The Jets did what he wanted Green Bay to do.
Yeah.
All that talent around him, and now Bryce Young is, a monster. That team,
Bryce Hall
would have got waylaid.
I mean, have you seen the clip of the guys who were at a watch party for the Jets? and they watched him go down, and like half the room was immediately like, "This is why I can't do this. This is why I hate it. I just can't do this." And one guy was in the background. He was like, "Maybe he's just buying time." I was like, 4 snaps into the season, he's buying time. That's not good. If your quarterback is having to buy you time 4 snaps into the season,
no, he's not. He's not buying time.
He's not.
No, that was a hopeful wish.
That was a very hopeful wish. And then out of the background, you hear, "All right, Zach E." And I was like, "Oh my God, you guys are horrible. You guys are so mean." Oh man,
Zach Wilson is improving.
He is getting better.
Yep. Still not Aaron Rodgers, but he's gotten better from rookie year to now.
Oh my God! Like that one clip where it was like, what is it? The Jets offensive staff, and then it was Zach Wilson, and it was that kid trying to get that thing to come out of the cup, and they realized that he had the like lid on it still the whole time.
Yeah.
And he finally goes to dump it over and dumps it in his lap, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I knew. I mean, that Monday night, I didn't get to watch the beginning of the game, and I was just like, why isn't Rodgers putting up more stats? There's some scoring done. And then I do some research, and it says likely torn Achilles for Rodgers. I was like, well, there goes my fantasy season right there.
Well,
all right, fire sale.
It's really funny because he told everybody, "Don't count me out yet," and everybody's like, "Dude, you're going to be gone at least this whole year." And now I'm seeing.
I would be.
I'm like, dude, there's no way he comes back.
I would not be shocked if he came back in the playoffs.
That's crazy. I gotta
you gotta remember, there's 18 weeks in the season.
I gotta start taking DMT. Like, I gotta do darkness retreats. Like, that's ridiculous.
Would you trade Hawkinson and Saquon for CeeDee Lamb and ETN?
No.
No.
Isn't Saquon out too?
Yeah, he's on the tail end of sitting. He's on the tail end of his injury, so he should be back.
Honestly, I would make that trade. ETN is just going to keep getting better, and you know what he doesn't do? He doesn't get injured.
I was about to say, ETN, like, isn't he doing pretty good this year? And he's just steadily getting better and better.
But, I mean, Saquon is an injury. I mean, that offensive line is so sad. Like, if you want to, anybody in Fantasyland, if you want to float defenses, just pick the team playing against the Giants. You got at least 6 to 7 sacks. Guaranteed. You could have their grandmothers rushing the passer. They're going to get at least 2 on one play. Watch.
And they've got the Bills this week.
Do they have the Bills? Oh, gosh, that's going to be bad.
Yeah, that's my the Bills defense is my defense in my other league. And so, yeah, licking our chops for that one this week.
Yeah,
they give up. Yeah, they're 30. So the Giants are 32nd in the amount of points they give up to defenses. In essence, like the opponent when you look at the defense and they give you the opponent rank, the Giants rank is 32nd. So against defenses, they're 32nd.
Don't worry. Wait for next week. They'll be 33rd out of 32 teams. That's how bad that offensive line is. They paid Daniel Jones. They shouldn't have done it. They paid Saquon Barkley. Shouldn't have done it. You need an offensive line. You have to have an offensive line.
I think they thought they did have an offensive line.
Well,
I mean, there's some guys they paid to build that line.
What had happened was,
yeah.
What happened?
We misevaluated.
But by week 10, they're going to give up the most sacks ever in a single season, and it's only in week 10. We got 7 games to go.
Crazy.
Or week 11. I'm sorry, week 11. I would do that trade. Me personally, I would do that trade. But then again, I wouldn't have drafted Saquon, and I'm so afraid of that injury. I can't.
I wouldn't just Hawkinson is valuable.
Well, yeah, and who else is your tight? Who is your tight end? Because you're getting a receiver and a running back. Who's your other tight end?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to fill that.
We need more information.
We're always going to need more information.
Yeah.
Who does everyone else in your league have?
No, I don't need that. I just need the tight end spot because you're giving up a tight end and a running back. You're getting a running back and a wideout. So if he comes up and say Hawkinson was my flex and Travis Kelce's my starter. Yeah, make that trade all day.
Yeah, that's a different scenario for me.
Yeah,
but Freddie must feel good about the tight end position to trade the.
I would think so if he's even considering it. Yeah.
So good deal. I think I'm gonna go watch some football.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
I'm gonna go actually get to watch a game for the first time this season.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It's an 8-man, so I could pick up Thomas.
8-man league? Yeah, I would float a tight end. Yeah, I would do that. Do it. 8-man? Oh, there's running backs out there too.
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah, it's loaded. Yeah.
It's that waiver wire is fast and furious every week.
Yeah, we're 14 teams, so it's slim
pickings. We're looking for backups.
Maybe we should do what I saw somebody else's league does. Next year we should let like significant others, or like just somebody pick your team for you, and you just have to make do with what you got. That waiver wire.
Get out.
Everybody's
my fiance's sitting right here, and she's giggling.
Yeah, like because everybody's significant other is gonna be like, Jimmy G, is he good? I'm gonna pick him as quarterback.
Number 1 overall.
He's handsome. Let me pick him.
This one guy's wife picked 2 defenses before she picked a running back, and he was standing behind her just like, oh my god, and he couldn't help her. Like he couldn't, and he was just like sweating and just rubbing his head, just like going through it, just. And like you can see the guys immediately on their phones, like messaging each other, being like, "I'll trade you this for this."
Well, obviously, hopefully she picked 2 good defenses.
Trading before the draft is over.
Hey, what did I say last year? Defenses win you championships.
No.
The more the merrier. Is that?
No, you can only start one. Just remember that.
You can only start one.
Yeah. So you can't start a defense in the flex.
Yeah.
No, you can in my league.
Really?
Really?
It's a true flex. You can start any position you want. You can start 2 kickers, 2 quarterbacks, another wideout, running back, tight end, or the defense.
Oh, that's crazy.
No, it's awesome.
That's interesting.
So if you have 2 awesome defenses, like, Dallas Cowboys and New Orleans Saints, you can start both of them.
Ooh.
When Jared Goff and Jalen Hurts aren't doing so good. Those are my 2 quarterbacks.
All right. Well, I'm going to shut it down.
All right.
I'm going to watch some football.
See you later, everybody.
Hope y'all enjoyed the stream. We'll see everybody next week on somebody's channel to do the recap. Peace.